In a desert of sequins, flashing lights, casinos, prime rib, and Hunter Thompson impersonators hoping for the ether to take hold, one thing is true. Vegas don't have much history. I mean, we're always saying what happens here stays here, so stories often fade to glimmers of nothing. I'm telling you, things get weird out here in the desert. Which is too bad, because the story I want to tell is the story of a city famed for excess that's always in flux. Transient, yes, but where there's a small, mighty, and delicious plant-based scene that takes its visitors to unexpected heights. Some say Vegas is the world's fanciest food court, but there's no denying it's a hub for high-end culinary enterprise stuffed with celeb chefs and Michelin stars, the spot for tourists to overindulge. Not to be outdone, the plant-based community has risen to the challenge of providing over-the-top hangover food, elegant entrees, sumptuous desserts, and even, yes, vegan beef Wellington to gambler and teetotaler alike. I got lucky in Vegas, sitting down with the top chefs from all over the world who've made this culinary capital their home. So get ready for an intimate glimpse into the kitchens and lives of Nevada chefs, and the occasional legend, and their stories of the oasis in the desert that is Vegas, baby. I'm Mena Massoud. I'm traveling across the world and eating my way through some of the coolest cities to show you how beautiful meals, talented chefs, and restaurateurs are making plant-based living delicious and attainable. So join me as I show you how the world is evolving vegan. Anytime I get off the plane in Vegas, I head straight to the Modern Vegan. A community mainstay for 6 years and counting, this joint is Vegas on a plate, serving up pure, over-the-top decadence created by the Modern Vegan herself, Gia Schultz, who specializes in monstrous plant-based dishes inspired by her mom's home cooking. I had to come and support a hometown girl. You're from Toronto.
I am.
So you're a Canadian, moved to Vegas,
Yep.
and opened up this place.
That's what I did.
What are we making today?
So today we're going to make our posh chicken and waffles.
It's bougie.
Yeah, it's bougie.
There's a little bit of extra there.
Yes.
All right, let's get started. What's the
Okay.
first step?
So let's make our waffles first. We
start by mixing up flour and secret spices with some not-so-secret soy milk.
So we'll whisk this up till it's nice and smooth.
All right.
Here, you can do this.
Yes, thank you. I was just gonna say, I was
Put
gonna
some
offer.
elbow grease in
Just
there.
I wasn't a gentleman, but I am now. I'm doing it now.
So
Great.
then we'll add in some blueberries.
Wow,
Stir
that's
that
a
in.
good amount.
Yeah.
Once we get the batter all smoothed out, it's straight into the waffle iron. You came up with all these items.
Yes.
Where did
I made all these recipes.
Where did your love of cooking come from?
I always loved cooking. Like I learned how to cook from my mom,
Okay.
watching her. And prior to going vegan, I would like go out to eat all the time. And when I went vegan, going out to eat became a huge pain.
Right.
And the food always sucked. So when I went vegan and I started cooking vegan, it tasted just like what I'm used to eating. So that's when I was like, I should open a restaurant. And then I did. And
Here we are.
there we are.
All right, so we've got our waffles waffling
Okay.
in the waffle maker.
They're waffling.
And you mentioned some truffle potatoes.
Yes.
Gia uses russet potatoes skin on for extra crunch. And we get them frying.
Now we're going to make our Louisiana fried chicken. Put these on.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna crush our cornflakes.
Here we go.
Do it again
Okay.
with your hands.
All right. I'm taking liberty here.
Okay.
This is my own style, Gia,
Okay,
all
got
right?
it, yeah.
We whip up some Southern-inspired batter and start dipping the soy and vital wheat gluten chicken.
Now we're going to throw that in the fryer.
The chicken goes in and the potatoes come out for some bougieing up.
Potatoes get truffle, so we have
Ooh.
white truffle oil.
Very nice.
So we'll put a generous amount of truffle oil on there.
Bougie, the
Yeah, these are
bougie
bougie.
oil.
That's why they're called posh.
To round out the dish, Gia fries up asparagus and bacon, cause fried chicken and waffles and truffle potatoes aren't enough.
Okay, now let's build the plate. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's
It's my
do it.
favorite part.
Okay.
It's always what I'm waiting for.
We're going to get our potatoes on the plate.
And is this a typical serving?
Yes.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Gia don't play about portions or her waffles.
Ta-da!
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
On
We're gonna
top.
put our chicken on top.
Oh my goodness. This is
So
a
now we're
hunk.
gonna come in with our maple syrup.
Just drizzling Canadian culture all over the
Yes.
dish. All right.
Top it with the bacon.
Oh wow.
Okay. And then we're going to grab our top waffle.
You get both waffles?
Yes.
This is insane.
And we stab it like that. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
this is vegan butter. I'm gonna make a nice ball of this. Then we're gonna top it with our asparagus.
Okay.
And then we're gonna hit it with maple syrup again.
Of course you are.
And then it's ready.
Look, people think we eat salads.
Yes.
Does this look like a salad to you? Look at this. It's insane. Wow, I can't wait to dig in. Yeah, there
it's
we go.
really yummy.
There we go.
All right.
Let's head out there. Wow.
Thank you.
Look at that. Everything is honking big here.
Yeah.
Where did this idea come from? Because obviously everything you do at the Modern Vegan is like go big or go home.
So it's just like indulgent food. You know, people come here to pig out and have your cheat day and just indulge.
And this is Vegas, baby.
Yeah, we don't skip out on anything.
Like, all right, let's dig in.
Okay.
I don't even know how to do that. I'm swiveling off my chair trying to cut into this. It's Cheers. It tastes as good as it looks.
Yeah.
You've got that nice crisp on the outside, and that soy really gives it that kind of chicken texture.
Yeah.
Let me get some of these potatoes. And so you've been in Vegas quite a long time now.
Yeah.
How have you seen Vegas and the off-strip culture change?
The way that it's going right now, I feel like almost every single restaurant in Vegas has like a vegan option. What I'd like to see is more restaurants follow that trend because a lot of the food on their menu can easily be made vegan,
Right.
like really easy.
What's not easy is making a dent in this behemoth waffle tower. Time to get to work.
This is as Vegas as it gets. Here. There's more food? What is this?
This is our Died and Gone to Heaven dessert. It is a deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich. All
Cheers.
right.
Cheers to you,
Okay.
Gia.
Cheers.
Way to go big.
Thanks so much for coming by.
Of course. Mmm.
After a monster breakfast, my next stop is a monument to an original Vegas legend, Liberace. One of his final projects was this multi-room resto lounge filled with the bedazzled glitz and schmaltzy charm the pianist made famous, with all the sequins. It's been converted to a fully vegan restaurant by restaurateur Sakbe Melling. It's the perfect place to meet a living Vegas legend, but first, the tour.
Liberace, he will sell out all the venues wherever he will play. He was a pop star of the day.
Oh, wow, so he's a Vegas OG.
Yeah, he is totally.
And then I see you actually have another couple of rooms in there.
That's right.
Further in, the wine bar, designed and built back in the 1980s.
Vegas, unfortunately, doesn't keep history. It's continuously revolving. So there's very few places that still have history, and this is one of them.
These walls hosted a veritable who's who of American icons, with Liberace entertaining at the keys and the kitchen.
Liberace had a cookbook. Not a lot of people know this.
Seriously.
What we're doing is we're actually veganizing that book.
Onto the piano room.
Oh, whoa. This is a completely different vibe.
It is. It's actually where Liberace like to entertain people, play the piano. Literally, it is a piano bar.
You got the piano keys on the actual bar there. That's cool.
This is the replica of his piano, so famous crystal piano.
It's very cool. Well, I think this is the perfect place for me to host Penn.
That's right. The legend I'm meeting is renowned performer, skeptic, magician, and vegan, Penn Jillette. Penn's an entertainer's entertainer. He and his pal Teller have played thousands of shows in their nearly 50-year career, including the longest-running resident headline act in Vegas history.
Good to see you, Penn.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're a busy man because you're a Vegas local. You
I'm a
have been-
Vegas local now. Yeah, I think actually after you've been here 25 years, you can say you were born here. I'm actually from Massachusetts. I lived in New York City for a long time. We were playing Broadway and so on. Now I've lived in Vegas longer than anywhere.
And you actually spent time in this very space that we're sitting in.
Yeah. Well, I knew Liberace. Like in '85 or '86, we met him, and I loved Liberace.
What was Vegas like back then?
In the '90s, everybody came to Vegas ironically. You would come to Vegas, you didn't drink martinis, you drink martinis. You didn't smoke cigars, you'd smoke cigars.
Right.
And then you'd go see a lousy show.
Right.
And that was part of the whole experience. It was not a show that you actually thought was viable. It was a show that you went with your friends to laugh about. It was all an ironic experience. But we were the only act that you'd go to see in New York and you'd also see in Vegas. Now, within a year of that, there were a lot of acts that could play both places.
While we're chatting, the chefs are cooking up Liberace-inspired plant-based pastry concoctions. Though Vegas wasn't always so food progressive.
In the 90s, the good restaurants were exclusively, red sauce Italian, or they were steakhouses. That was what a restaurant was. And then slowly, good restaurants started coming in. And you also see that with vegan food. We wouldn't have even considered that a vegan would live in Vegas. And now, I go to New York a lot, I go to LA a lot, I go to London a lot, and I think the Vegas is on a par with any of them. Oh, there's their food coming.
Oh, look at
Hello
this.
guys, this is a asparagus baked wrap.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, here we go.
It's really good.
The sauce makes it, I think.
Yes, it does. Although one of the things you discover with veganism is that vegetables are actually pretty good.
How did you come to veganism? Like, how did that transition happen?
It started totally for health reasons. My blood pressure was like, UK voltage, and I was wicked sick because I was incredibly fat. I was about 350.
Yeah, you lost something like 100 pounds.
I lost like 120 pounds, and I had decided to do this like grown-up way of losing weight. Cut the portions a little bit, and all that stuff that has never ever worked for one person in the history of the world. I had a friend from NASA who is a brilliant scientist. He said, well, I can take all that weight off you in no time. And I said, oh, you can do that easily? He said, oh, no. It'll be the hardest thing you've ever done. And it was brilliant. He made me stop eating animal products entirely. And after you haven't had any animal products, none, the cravings start going away.
It's amazing.
As far as the health aspect, it used to be if you saw a vegan donut or a vegan cookie, it was so rare you had to eat it right then.
Right.
Then you can't do that anymore. You can now eat completely unhealthily and still be vegan.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you about that because back when you were transitioning, right, there definitely wasn't all these different varieties and options. Now you can get vegan everything. Vegan burgers, vegan steak, vegan donut, anything you want, you can get vegan. So what do you think about that?
I think part of the reason I put on weight is because I still have the mindset that If I'm eating vegan, I'm eating healthfully. But even, oh my goodness.
All
Oh,
right,
look at
guys, we got
this.
some more plates for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
This is our version of Norwegian cake.
Norwegian cake. And what is Norwegian cake typically?
Meatballs, essentially. But it has different spices that Norwegians use and stuff like that. So it's pea protein, and we made the meats in-house. All right, enjoy, guys.
Thank you very much.
Shut up, let's eat. Peas are the best thing in the world.
What's your favorite food in the world?
My favorite meal in the world, which I'm not recommending, it's wicked unhealthy, is you give me a jar of peanut butter and a big bag of potato chips.
Together? Oh. Really?
Now see, you hear this, you try it, you will soon also be 250 pounds. It takes no time. But it
Double
is
away.
so good, it's so good.
There's no way I think that a non-vegan eating this could really tell the difference.
Yeah, you know, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I say to friends, this tastes just like meat, and they say no, because they remember stuff I don't remember.
You know what? I get told that too, and I think they're just lying to my face. I really do.
Let's kill them.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take them out.
You guys ready for dessert?
What's this?
Yes.
This is vegan tiramisu.
So that probably has a lot of caffeine in it, right?
It does.
Okay, well, I probably will eat very, very little of this then.
Oh, okay.
Because besides being vegan, I also don't drink any alcohol, and I don't drink any caffeine.
What are you doing in Vegas, Penn? What is going on here? What
And
are
I
you
don't
doing
gamble.
here? Yeah, what are you doing
I
here?
don't gamble. What do I do? I just work in here, man.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much.
Thank
But I
you.
will try a little bit of it.
Yeah, just a little bit. We got to get you wired.
You don't want to see me jacked up.
Yes, well, I appreciate you taking a bite with me here.
Oh my goodness. It's really good.
And what's amazing about this really is that creaminess. The way we can get creaminess now.
And we're also getting away from all desserts tasting just like coconut.
Yes.
I mean, even as recently as 5 years ago, every single vegan dessert was just coconut.
What do you think Liberace would say if he found out his place was turned into a vegan spot?
The only thing I ever heard Liberace talk about in terms of food was your Polish food, you know, which he really, really loved. I think if you could convince him that there had ever been a vegan stuffed cabbage, he would have been okay with it.
Be okay with it.
He would not give up stuffed cabbage.
Listen, I want to thank you for your time.
thank you.
You're the
Pleasure.
busiest man in town, seriously. So thank you for
Thanks
taking
a
the
lot, man.
time. And it
What
was
a
a
pleasure
pleasure
to meet
meeting you. Yeah, man.
When in Vegas, you gotta hit one of the biggest tourist attractions in the world, the horizontal monolith of roulette and blackjack, the Strip. For those on a plant-based diet, this used to be a culinary wasteland. But there's hope inside one of the largest hotels in town. The first fully vegan resto on the Strip knows that after a few days in Vegas, everyone needs some self-care. Truth and Tonic Wellness Cafe, run by Chef Pete Gioni, who puts me straight to work.
So we're gonna make a chorizo frittata with some roasted poblanos and avocado. So as we start through, if you wanna make our chorizo spice, I'll walk you through the ingredients.
I'd
right?
love to.
Chef Pete's been executive chef at several major casinos in Las Vegas in his 27 years in the biz. But he also spent formative years as a personal chef for cancer patients. It drove his turn towards healthy cooking.
I took some firm tofu and I pressed it for about 30 minutes to get the water out because water has no flavor.
Yes.
So we're gonna put that flavor back in.
Okay.
Crumble that baby up.
So we're gonna just tear it apart and crumble
Yeah,
it in
so
here.
we're like mimicking typically chorizo is beef-based or pork-based, but we're gonna use this protein-based because we're trying to infuse protein on protein. Because you tell somebody you're vegan, what's the first thing they ask?
You don't get enough protein.
Where do you get your protein, right? So from there, we're gonna add that garlic.
Nice.
Okay. And then let's take our spoon and mix up those spices a little bit, and let's put 2 tablespoons of spice in there.
And it actually is starting to smell like chorizo
Yeah.
would, right? Because all chorizo really is sausage that's filled with spices.
Spices and
anyway.
garlic, yep. So we'll move right into the poblano. We're gonna rest this right on the flame itself.
Yep.
So but you can see it's already starting to jump, and you can hear that popping sound. It's really, really delicious. And that flavor is really gonna start to come out. once you start making this and start smelling the chilies and the chorizo, you get freaking hungry, right? So you gotta like hurry up and eat.
Speaking my language.
Once the chili's roasted on the open flame, we have to peel off the delicate outer skin for the frittata.
There you go. See, it peels right off.
Oh
just
yeah,
like
it's
shake.
peeling right off there, yeah.
You look like a barber.
All right, yeah, exactly. I do my lineup at home, so
You do? That's
I'm
impressive.
used to it. Yeah, so I'm used to it. I use a double-edged blade, so
There we go.
probably sharper than this knife.
Yeah, I use a barber.
After dicing up the pepper, we start cooking the frittata itself.
And then we're gonna add this chorizo that has just been sitting and marinating.
Nice. The star of the show.
And then we break it up. So the vegan egg product is actually made of mung bean. So there's protein in it already. Adding that tofu to it, season it with a little bit of sea salt.
After seasoning, chef adds some faux cheddar and pops it in the oven.
The moment of truth.
Woo!
The moment of truth. There
that looks
it
amazing.
is. And then to add a little bit more spice and flavor to the dish, we've got a little bit of our chipotle mayonnaise.
Very nice.
Nice work today.
Look at that.
You can
Thank
almost
you.
make some money off of this.
Thank you, chef. That looks beautiful. My mouth is watering. We should go eat. Let's go eat.
We should.
It smells amazing. It looks amazing. And you brought some other goodies to the table.
Yeah.
So I love that. But first, this frittata. That frittata is fantastique. There's a little bit of smokiness from that poblano, and then the creaminess of the cheese and the avocado. And I love the amount of protein from the tofu. It really adds substance to this.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you want a strategy to eat, you kind of eat that protein first, and then you get more into the carbohydrates, because that protein is going to help you digest those carbs a little bit slower.
You have all this knowledge when it comes to really food and also nutrition. Where does that all come from? Like, when did you get into food?
I tell you what, to get to this point, you know, it was extremely long hours. I started cooking when I was 15 years old. You know, working in conditions where it was like 14 hours, 18 hours a day for months at a time. I used to cook for like 20,000 people a day, right, in the big casinos of Las Vegas. I was really hard on myself. You know, I drank to cope with the stress, and I lived this hard life with alcohol and painkillers, and for me, I just learned that it got to a point where I was like, this doesn't work. There's gotta be a better way. Now I have this really clear picture of how to take care of myself and how to take care of other people, because I really care about not only my guests, but the people around us. And I could probably talk for hours about the ingredients, the combinations, the time of day which we serve things, because how our body reacts and all that stuff. But instead, we write a beautiful menu and put the food on the plate and let people enjoy it. And we've done all the homework.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. I mean, I think it shows, right? Because not only have you healed other people with food, but also yourself.
Absolutely,
and so
yeah.
you know what it takes, you know, to put something on the plate that's not just beautiful, tastes amazing, but also is good for you and is really healing.
Yeah.
That's Chef Pete's mantra, using his nutritional knowledge and clean ingredients to create the tastiest, healthiest meals possible. Speaking of, this sandwich looks delectable.
What's this on the menu here?
This is the lion's mane crab roll. So that lion's mane is really representing that shredded meat of that crab.
Yeah, and I see that. I mean, it looks like shredded crab to me, honestly. How do we eat this? What's the technique?
Oh, baby, just tuck those ingredients in and,
Tuck 'em in.
and get that good bite, kind of mix a little bit of everything.
Wow.
Kind of wear it on your face like a badge of honor.
Yeah, the bread is phenomenal. It really complements the crab, or the lion's mane mushroom in this case, and all the toppings, right? The onion, watermelon radish, jalapeno, a little bit of tomato in there. Everything works so well together. That is phenomenal. You get a lot of people coming in from the Strip, obviously.
Yeah.
What kind of clientele are you really seeing at Truth Tonic?
A lot of just curious people. And once they try it, I mean, we see guests come back day after day for while they're staying here. You party hard in Vegas, and then you need a little bit of a cleanse. But this, you know, this cleanse is like, it's just a bunch of really fresh ingredients.
Totally. And to have a fully fledged vegan restaurant right here on the Strip shows just how much Sin City really is upping its plant-based game. Ask a Vegas local about the best spots to eat in town, and they're gonna point you somewhere off Strip. So I invited one of the biggest names in vegan food, cookbook author Carleigh Bodrug, to test drive one of the ritziest off-strip joints, Saffron the Eatery.
You're a New York Times bestseller. You're one of the most influential, vegan people on the planet, I would say. How did that happen? Like, I'm sure it was a slow build for you.
Yeah, so I have a journalism background, and actually when I went plant-based, I was living by myself, working as a morning radio host. Just was always somebody who was very curious. So if I got onto a subject, which at this point was plant-based eating, I would research the heck out of it.
As we catch up, the chefs at Saffron sizzle up some apps made of, fresh flowers.
And for you, it translated into your business as well. So what was that process like?
It was having such an immediate impact on my health, and I just felt like it was something the world needed to know about.
Carleigh struck a social media chord with millions of plant-curious followers with her passionate take on vegan cooking.
I had no cooking experience, so I was kind of talking about my journey going plant-based.
So you had the journalist background,
Yeah.
but you didn't have the cooking background at all.
I don't think before that time I had ever had a vegan meal in my life.
Yes, and there was, speaking of that, look at this, wow.
These look so good.
We're starting with tempura battered stuffed squash blossoms topped with chimichurri aioli and micro arugula.
Oh, it smells phenomenal.
Unreal. The flavor is just bursting in your mouth. So
Wow.
good.
Wow, this is fantastic. It's like perfectly fried. You've got that tofu on the inside. The sauce, I'm getting a little bit of garlic in there as well.
It's so inspiring to me when I try something like this. It's a small plate, and you think about the components are entirely just plants, like plants from nature, and they taste so delicious. Like, how could people not love this and be inspired to go plant-based?
So you started Plant You as a blog. How did it explode into a New York Times best-selling book?
So I left my job, I took a chance, and then things just started rolling. I wrote it with the frame of mind that I wanted to write the book that I wish I had when I went plant-based. And it was meals that I kind of had grew up eating, but in their plant-based version. So I had like pizza and shepherd's pie and burritos. I think people were looking for something that was simplistic to help them transition.
I realized when I started going plant-based that it was very like structured and militant, and there were so many rules, right? And these rules made people feel like they couldn't mess up, they couldn't revert.
I just think we need to drop the judgment and all do the best we can and inspire people to eat more plant-based, not come from a place of trying to control. That's not benefiting anybody, I don't think.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Cheers
Amen.
to that.
Amazing dish. Here we go.
Saffron's feature red curry is made with red pepper, zucchini, and eggplant, garnished with a dollop of coconut cauliflower foam.
Layered with flavors, right? A lot of spices. That's what I love about a curry.
Cauliflower foam. That's not something I have ever seen in my life, and it makes it so creamy and delicious, like velvety in your mouth.
Yes, really, really good. You started this incredible series that I personally love, that I thought was so innovative, called Scrappy Cooking. And in it, you take scraps of food and basically you find amazing recipes to make with them. So like no waste.
It's actually the topic of my second book. I want people to start having a conversation about reducing their food waste. So all of the recipes in the book are structured around just using what you have on your fridge. So they're super flexible.
This is your second book, and I know how much work and effort goes into books. What do you think the next phase is for you?
I never saw so many people making my recipes than when my book came out, and the impact. Having people come up to me and say, I got your cookbook and I had type 2 diabetes and I've been able to get off my medication using exclusively your recipes. And that to me is why I do this. I want to inspire people to put more plants on their plate, whether that's going vegan or just simply eating a plant-based meal every day. And writing books seems to be the most impactful way that I've found so far. So I hope to keep writing them. I'd love to do a third.
Wow, it's dessert time. a lot of people's favorite time.
was
Look at
just
this,
gonna
is
say.
gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
The saffron dessert du jour is an Earl Grey sponge cake with edible flowers and vegan honey.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
It's citrusy and that Earl Grey.
Mmm,
Very layered flavors there. Yeah,
wow.
it keeps going as you're like, there's so many different components to the dish.
I love that punch of tea.
It's like a London fog in a dessert,
That's it. That's it.
made into like a beautiful
Dessert.
ending to like an extraordinary meal.
Indeed. I couldn't have said it better myself. One thing I love about Vegas, you can get an extraordinary meal anytime you like. And over at Chef Kenny's, they're serving dim sum all afternoon and into the night. I grabbed the chance to sit down with the legendary local, Chef Kenny himself, to talk how he's managed to create these typically meat-heavy bites with nothing but plants.
Before we start, I would like to do one thing.
Yes,
We
of
have to
course.
start the tea for our culture. When we go for dim sum, we have the ganbei. So, yum cha.
Yum cha.
Chef Kenny immigrated to the US from Malaysia in the early 80s and spent 30 years working kitchens before opening his own restaurant. He's been a driving force behind the Vegas vegan movement for years.
This is an amazing spread of food.
On our menu, we have 100 of items. So I just cook a few things today.
100 items.
Oh yeah.
How do you keep up with all that? That's amazing.
Because I'm a chef,
Yes.
super chef.
Super chef.
Amongst his many culinary creations are the pillars of dim sum. These little dumplings and buns, all veganized.
And which one shall we start with, Chef? Can't wait to dig in here.
So you start with the shrimp, the hagao.
Hagao.
Hagao. Ha means shrimp, gao means dumpling.
Hagao.
So it's a small dumpling we call gao.
These hargaos are made out of konjac, a root vegetable that grows in Asia.
It's good.
That's wonderful. Texture. It's all about the texture. With the shrimp inside, it really tastes like shrimp.
Vegan food, I always put texture first.
So, Chef, what does dim sum mean?
Okay, the name dim sum translate to Chinese, point to your heart. Point to your heart.
Point to your heart.
Yeah, the dim sum.
Okay.
Well, so you talk about the emperor and the empress. They want to try something simple, smaller. So the chef said, oh, okay, so I make it a little bit of everything for you. They can try a little bit of everything. Since that time until now, restaurant making dim sum.
That's incredible.
Then you try the siu mai.
The shumai.
The normal dim sum siu mai, they are pork
Yes.
and shrimp.
And should I eat this as is or dip it?
Yeah,
in? Okay.
Dip it with the sauce.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of sauce. Mmm. Yes. You see that? All the different vegetables inside there. You've
Corn.
got corn, carrots. Is that a little bit of mushroom in there
Yes,
as well?
yes.
Amazing. And what is the skin on there? Because that's different than this.
That is called wonton skin,
Wonton skin.
weak starch.
Different texture altogether. When did the journey to vegetarian, plant-based food begin for you?
2012, there is no vegan Asian food in town. It's a good timing to do it.
Yes. What's your clientele like here?
So I asked my customer where they're from. They from our town. 40% are not vegan, but they like to try.
And finally, vegan barbecue pork buns.
Look at that.
Amazing, right?
Amazing. It tastes like pork.
Yeah.
The soy, mushroom, and squash filling in the center of these pork buns is magic.
Wow. You've got the barbecue flavor in there as well, and the texture, and then the warm bun. Phenomenal. thank you for serving me and helping me dine like an emperor.
Yamcha.
Yamcha.
For my last stop, I wanted to try a spot that would rival those long-standing Vegas steakhouses Penn mentioned for pure hedonistic flavor. So I'm popping in to visit Chef Stephen Parker at his very first brick-and-mortar restaurant, Down to Earth.
What kind of food do you do here at Down to Earth?
Comfort food I try to elevate just a little bit. I want to get the people that already eat vegan to come feel comfortable, and the people that think they can't do it to come in, try it, and then get to feel comfortable with it.
All right, what are we making today, Chef? I'm
So
excited.
it's gonna be beef Wellingtons.
A beef Wellington. Get out of here. You're making a vegan beef Wellington.
Wellington.
That's like one of the hardest things to make vegan. It's a steak, isn't it? And it's a steak wrapped in like dough.
Yeah.
How do we get into it? What's the first step? Man, I'm just excited. The dough and everything. I'm
wanna
just
get
so
in there?
excited. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Chef starts by mixing spices into his pea-based vegan ground beef and starts building the Wellington with plant-based puff pastry and a mushroom pate.
The thing's full of flavor.
Okay. That smells good.
A lot of flavors come from there. Then you get your meat texture from the plant-based meat. I like to throw a little bit of vegetables and everything, and we're just gonna give it a nice roll.
Oh, wow. All right.
We're just gonna make sure nothing gets out.
And that's it.
That's it. So, break one out.
You'd think I would have gotten really good at this, but I don't think you ever really get that good at putting on latex gloves.
Now it's my turn to try wrapping up a Wellington.
All right, pinch and tuck. Pinching and tucking. And a moment of truth scene of
And
the
you wanna
bottom.
check the bottom.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
We chuck those Wellingtons in the oven, and while things are cooking, Chef whips up some sauteed veg and potatoes for the sides. And jackpot, the Wellingtons are donezo.
Look at that. That looks
That's what we got.
perfect. Beautifully cooked.
I'm gonna cut it, you're gonna plate it.
Okay, you're gonna cut it, I'm gonna plate it. Look at that, killed it. Oh yeah, and you got that color you wanted in the very center. It's nice and pink. Oh, the
Instead of the fancy
tweezers.
tweezers.
I like it.
So we're gonna go with the Wellington, we're gonna kind of fan this way.
Okay, fan the Wellington, potatoes here, stack the vegetables. All right, I think I got it. It's done. It's done. So the last step is the most important step, which is me eating it. Is that what we do in Vegas?
Let's go.
All right.
In true Vegas style, Chef sizzled up a whole other dish before I can even sit down.
This looks amazing, Chef, and we've got a new addition to the family here. What is this?
This is the fish fry sandwich. So we actually get huge mushroom caps, batter it up, fry it, turn it into a sandwich.
Amazing, and I've never had a vegan fish fry sandwich. I used to love fish sandwiches growing up.
So this is actually inspired by like my grandma.
Yeah, because that's the bomb, right?
yeah,
Grandma's
yeah.
fried fish.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Here we go. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've got that texture from the mushroom of like a fish fillet.
Yeah.
So this is phenomenal.
Okay, enough fish. We've got some beef to settle.
I want to dig into this because, like I said, I've never had a vegan beef Wellington. It looks so good. You put a lot of thought into all these components, clearly. Can't
Most
wait to
importantly,
dig
we
in.
put love into it.
Yeah, of course. Wow.
It's not very often I get to sit down and eat my own food, but you know, it's pretty good.
Amazing. You know, even before I went plant-based, I never even had a beef Wellington. So this is literally my first beef Wellington. I can see why people love it. It's so amazing. The mushroom paste gives it a nice kind of earthy umami flavor. That's phenomenal.
Chef is another Vegas transplant from further down the West Coast.
You grew up in California, is that right?
Yep. We grew up in the Bay Area, so Oakland, California. Graduated culinary school in San Francisco. We moved out here because I did an internship at one of the casinos, and I just never left.
How have you seen Vegas change over the years? Because I feel like it's, everybody thinks Vegas, everybody thinks the Strip, but it's so much more than that.
You know, the community's getting bigger, people moving from everywhere else, so the local community is getting bigger. And, you know, when you first come to Vegas, you see everybody, you know, I'm gonna go to the Strip, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But then once you kind of get over that part, start checking out something like, oh man, there's some, you know, you start finding some hidden gems, and, you know, we're probably one of them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think what's amazing about this too, you've created here a more refined dish that is really associated with like refined cooking, really culinary mastery. And then you've got just some home cooking, comfort food in this fried fish sandwich.
We like to have fun, we like to be creative, we just like to be inviting.
I can't wait to come back and try the pizzas, the truffle mac and cheese. I'm gonna try the whole menu,
You'll be
Chef.
back plenty of times.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
And after absolutely stuffing my face, that's a wrap on Vegas, baby. Where the chefs always insist on loading up the table, where the desserts are always decadent, where you always have second and third helpings, where every day's cheat day and the plant-based food scene is rolling sevens every single time.